Welcome to Name That Virus. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. DeQuell Jackson.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
No problem. So, DeQuell, let's get started. Question 1. Which virus has been traced as far back as 3,500 years ago with the ancient Egyptians?
I'm gonna go with the common cold.
I'm sorry, DeQuell. We needed the scientific name there. But no worries. We have another question. Name 2 reasons why the common cold can still thrive today.
Well, the common cold is known for having people with runny noses, so I'm sure that the virus can transfer really easily. And I'm gonna go with it's really variable in the genetic code, so it's hard to counter with medicines.
Wow, that's absolutely correct, DeQuell. $500 for you. Now, next question. True or false? In 2008, the Food and Drug Administration released a statement saying that many popular cold medicines were actually worse for the patient than the actual cold.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
Wait, no, you can't do that.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Is that a true or a false?
True. It's a true statement.
Correct again. $500 more for you, DeQuell. Now for the final question. Being infected with this virus at an early age has been known to increase immunity against allergies and Crohn's disease.
That's easy. Rhinovirus.
Once again, I'm so sorry there, DeQuell. We were looking for the common name. Well, better luck next time, DeQuell. That's it for today. See everyone tomorrow.
Yo, keep your distance. I don't want to catch the cold.
Well, man, I absolutely hate getting sick. Having to go to work feeling 50% for 10 hours each day. It's really bad now since they started charging for coffee in the morning.
Yeah, dude. I know how you feel. Waiter, can we get another round?
I wonder how things in the ocean react when they get sick. I mean, their only job is to survive.
Are you kidding? There are like 10 billion viruses in the ocean for the fish to compete with. That's like the weight of 75 million blue whales.
Well, that's fine, but it's not like you're going to be jumping in the ocean and you're going to die.
True, but that's because the infectious marine viruses, well, they're quite the invader. In fact, I read in the newspaper this morning that they invade the harmful microbes in the ocean about 10 trillion times per second. That's a lot of times.
That's all good and fine, but I'm not going to be going and jumping in the ocean for a happy time swim tomorrow.
True, but as the microbes die, they release carbon, which ends up on the carbon floor.
Isn't carbon dioxide bad for the environment?
Dude, I wasn't finished. Algae on the ocean floor needs the carbon dioxide to grow, and when the microbe dies, carbon ends up raining on the ocean floor instead of the planet's surface.
So the planet ends up getting cooler?
Pretty much. Not only that, the viruses in the ocean are responsible for a lot of our oxygen.
Wow, well, I guess I'm luckier than the microbes at least. This is the 5 o'clock news covering the traffic, weather, and sports. Today, we have a very special report.
Hi everyone, I'm Lee, Dr. Jing Lee, and I'll be talking about what the area can expect over the next couple of days, and how to keep everyone safe.
What exactly is so dangerous?
Well, there's actually been a pretty large-scale outbreak of Ebola virus in the area, and we need to make sure that everyone knows what precautions to take.
Wait a minute. I thought the Ebola virus was nothing to worry about, sort of like the common cold where it doesn't really hurt anyone. What's the reason for all this panic?
Well, as you can see through all my complex calculations, that's just not true at all. Ebola virus is known to be one of the most dangerous viruses in the world and can cause severe bleeding for affected people. In fact, death can result from catching the virus up to 90% of the time.
Oh man, that sounds like a really scary virus. Is this the virus that originated in the Republic of Congo?
Congo? Yes, that is correct.
So then what can the people of this area do in order to be safe from this virus?
Well, the Ebola virus is known to be extremely contagious and can be transmitted through the transfer of blood, for example, or even through the nasal system.
Oh, so you're saying that the only effective way to keep people safe of this disease is to quarantine any person afflicted so they can't come into any contact with other people?
Yes, unfortunately, that is the only way to prevent an epidemic, as there is no vaccine. Thanks a lot for having me. And everyone out there, please be sure to keep safe so we never have to deal with an epidemic like this again in the future.
Thank you.
Now back to Bucklow with sports.
Coach is coming in. So, what do you think about the game out there today?
It just wasn't our best effort out there. We had a lot of guys banged up early in the game, so we just couldn't pull off the win.
Okay, well, I guess, can you talk about the sudden outbreak of West Nile virus in the second quarter that caused 10 players to go down?
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see guys go down like that, and especially since West Nile, since it came to the United States in 1999, I believe, we've really had to game plan for it like an opponent. So with all the flies and everything out there, it's tough not to get infected.
Wait, you mean mosquitoes, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, mosquitoes are the ones who actually pass on the virus. When a virus-bearing mosquito bites someone, it sticks a syringe-like mouth in the wound, and then with the saliva comes the West Nile virus. Here's some stats if you want to look at it.
Really? This is pretty shocking. It says here that out of the people that get infected in the United States, only about 85% don't even experience any symptoms. And only 15% get the rashes, the coughs, and the fevers. And out of those 15, only 5% die from the disease.
Well, speaking of symptoms, what were some of the infected players out there experiencing?
I don't know. I'd have to watch the game film, but we're moving on.
The game film?
Yeah, the game film.
Well, okay. Given your proximity to the players, then, how do we know that you don't have the virus?
Well, if you knew anything about West Nile, you would know that you can't transfer it directly from one person to another. But like I said, we're moving on. We have a tough opponent in Jacksonville coming in next week, an offensive powerhouse. So, we really have to get to work on that. Okay, thanks.
Hey Pablo, did you ever wonder about the origins of virology?
Is that some kind of drug?
No. What? Virology is the study of the origins of viruses, not some kind of drug. I did a project on it a couple of days ago.
So it's a TV show?
No. Here, let me explain. In the 1800s, Dutch tobacco farmers noticed that their plants were dying at dramatic rates, but they couldn't find out what was killing them.
It was probably just the flu, man. I had it a couple days ago, took some medicine, and it's all good.
No, it wasn't the flu. Plants can't get affected by the flu. They went to a chemist named...
Adolf Mayer?
Yeah, that's the one. They came to him with their problem.
Oh, okay, I know this. So what Mayer does is he goes to all these Dutch farms and he looks at the soil conditions, soil temperature, light intensity, and overall what environment the plants were living in. And he doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. So he takes some sap from some sick plants and injects it into the healthy plants. And what he notices is that these normal plants got sick as well.
That's right. So he incubated the sap from the sick plants in his lab. But he couldn't find any result, so he stopped his research.
Yeah, so after that, a couple years later, another Dutch scientist, Martinus Belzernik, he started this research again, and what he noticed was, when he passed this fluid, or this sap, through a very fine filter that didn't allow any plant cells or other bacteria to flow through it, and he injected that fluid into other kind of healthy plants, they got infected as well. So he understood that there was something very small infecting these plants.
Exactly. So he found that the fluid in the healthy plants had this tobacco mosaic virus and were afflicted. So he noticed that this fluid was extremely effective, even when it was boiled, dried, and diluted.
Okay. After that, I think he named his discovery a virus.
That's right. Wait, how did you know that? It's a project I did.